Imagine a sleeping giant beneath your feet, a frozen colossus that has silently shaped our planet for millions of years. Deep beneath the endless Arctic wilderness of Alaska lies an ancient guardian, permafrost. This frozen fortress has preserved Earth's most fascinating secrets, from perfectly preserved prehistoric beasts to microscopic time capsules of ancient life. As nature's own deep freezer, it stretches across nearly a quarter of the northern hemisphere, an area larger than the combined territories of Texas and Alaska, multiplied several times over. But today this sleeping giant is awakening, and its story could reshape our planet's future. In the depths of Alaska, where temperatures have remained below freezing for millennia, permafrost creates nature's perfect freezer, extending up to a mile below the surface. That's 5 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of each other. This isn't just frozen ground, it's Earth's own time capsule, with each layer telling a story of our planet's climate history, preserved in perfect detail. The formation of this frozen giant began during the last ice age, when woolly mammoths still roamed across North America. Temperatures were so low that layer upon layer of soil froze solid, trapping everything within it: plants, animals, and billions of microscopic organisms. Unlike seasonal frost that comes and goes, this permanent ice fortress has endured for thousands, even millions of years. Scientists call it a climate time bomb, due to the vast amount of greenhouse gases trapped within its frozen walls. To put this in perspective, imagine every car in America emitting carbon for 100 years. That's still less than what's locked in this frozen vault. Today, as global temperatures rise, this sleeping giant is beginning to stir, and the consequences could be far-reaching. The frozen depths of Alaska have yielded remarkable discoveries that read like science fiction. In recent years, scientists have unearthed perfectly preserved remains of Ice Age mammals, woolly mammoths with intact organs, ancient bison with undigested grass still in their stomachs, and prehistoric horses with blood still in their veins. But perhaps the most astounding discovery came when researchers successfully revived 300-year-old plant life from seeds preserved in the permafrost. Imagine flowers blooming today from seeds that were frozen when our ancestors were still painting in caves. This unprecedented achievement demonstrates the extraordinary preservation capabilities of permafrost. Every gram of frozen soil contains thousands of dormant microorganisms waiting to reawaken. Scientists compare it to finding a library where every book is perfectly preserved, except these books tell the story of life on Earth hundreds of thousands of years ago. Advanced DNA sequencing has revealed entire ecosystems frozen in time, providing invaluable data about how life adapted to extreme climate changes in the past. Trapped within Alaska's permafrost lies an enormous carbon reservoir, twice the amount currently in Earth's atmosphere. To visualize this, imagine all the carbon released since the Industrial Revolution, then double it. That's what's locked in this frozen vault. As the frost melts, this carbon transforms into greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide and methane. Across the Arctic, thousands of bubbling lakes have appeared, releasing concentrated methane that can actually be ignited, creating pillars of fire erupting from the ice. Scientists have discovered over 7,000 underground methane bubbles that could potentially explode, creating massive craters that locals call dragon's breath holes. Using advanced satellite technology, researchers have documented the rapid expansion of these methane lakes. Some have grown from small ponds to lakes the size of several football fields in just a few years. This methane, 25 times more potent than carbon dioxide as a greenhouse gas, creates a dangerous feedback loop. More thawing leads to more warming, which causes even more thawing. Across Alaska, communities and infrastructure built on permafrost face growing challenges that seem straight out of a disaster movie. Buildings designed to last centuries are cracking after decades, foundations sink like they're built on quicksand, and roads buckle as if hit by invisible earthquakes. In Alaska alone, billions of dollars worth of infrastructure is at risk. The Trans-Alaska Pipeline, which carries 20% of America's domestic oil production, requires increasingly complex engineering solutions to remain stable on the thawing ground. Engineers have developed innovative construction techniques, including deep pile foundations that extend hundreds of feet into the frozen ground, and sophisticated cooling systems that act like giant refrigerators, keeping the ground frozen. The impact extends beyond buildings and roads. Airport runways, crucial for remote communities, are buckling. Water and sewage systems are failing, and even communication towers are tilting at dangerous angles. Scientists predict that by 2050, up to 70% of Arctic infrastructure could be compromised, with repair costs reaching astronomical figures that could impact the entire U.S. economy. The thawing permafrost presents another concerning threat: the potential release of ancient pathogens that have been locked away for millennia. Scientists working in high-density laboratories have discovered 30,000-year-old viruses in the permafrost that can still infect organisms. These zombie viruses demonstrate an extraordinary ability to remain viable after thousands of years in suspended animation. While most ancient pathogens discovered so far only affect simple life forms, researchers warn about the possibility of more dangerous organisms emerging. Modern humans have no immunity to these ancient threats, making them potentially more dangerous than modern diseases. The discovery of viable bacteria that survived 5 million years in the ice has raised concerns about what else might emerge as the permafrost continues to thaw. Advanced genetic analysis has revealed entirely new families of microorganisms, some with unusual abilities to survive extreme conditions. These discoveries are not just warnings about potential threats. They are also providing valuable insights into the evolution of life on Earth, and possibly even clues about how life might exist on other frozen worlds. The thawing of Alaska's permafrost triggers a cascade of changes affecting the entire planet. Coastlines erode at alarming rates, up to 100 feet per year in some locations, releasing ancient organic material into the ocean and altering coastal water chemistry. These changes impact ocean currents, potentially leading to significant climate shifts that could affect weather patterns from California to Florida. Using advanced climate models, scientists have identified potential tipping points where these changes become irreversible. The effects will reach far beyond the Arctic, threatening coastal cities worldwide through rising sea levels. Miami, New York, and other coastal cities could face regular flooding by mid-century if current trends continue. Economic experts estimate the global cost could reach $70 trillion by century's end, nearly 3 times the current U.S. GDP. This includes everything from infrastructure damage to agricultural losses and increased energy costs for cooling as temperatures rise. Despite these challenges, American scientists and engineers are at the forefront of developing innovative solutions. New construction technologies using self-adjusting foundations can now compensate for ground movement automatically. Advanced carbon capture systems are being tested in Alaska, showing promising results in reducing atmospheric greenhouse gases. Communities are adapting too, combining traditional knowledge with modern technology. Indigenous Alaskan communities are working with scientists to document changes and develop adaptation strategies that could benefit communities worldwide facing similar challenges. International cooperation is strengthening to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, with the United States leading several key initiatives. Alternative energy technologies are advancing rapidly, and protected areas are being established across the Arctic to preserve these unique ecosystems. While time is of the essence, humanity still has a chance to prevent the most catastrophic consequences of permafrost thaw. The key lies in understanding that what happens in the Arctic doesn't stay in the Arctic. It affects us all. We hope you have learned a lot of new and interesting things. If yes, Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and share the video with your friends. Leave a comment, what fact surprised you the most? Thanks for your attention and see you in the next video.